Good evening, just come home. This is another saga on the ProMax Combi HE Plus boiler 28E. I've got water coming out from behind the PCB board or the circuit board. That's probably knackered. And before anybody, please, anybody, especially plumbers, leave a comment saying you should get a qualified plumber. Six times now, and no one's turned up. And the only one that did turn up just went, it's gonna cost you about 400 quid. And then since then, nobody. 6 plumbers, no one's turned up. What the hell do we do? So I'm now I've turned all the power off, I've turned the water off. I'm going to drain that little tap at the back there to drain this system dry. I know behind here a mate has said to me, who is a plumber, but he's a welding, he does big pipes in schools. And he's told me, take this panel off, don't touch any of the gas. He said, this is bullshit when you take this off, because you are not causing an offence, you're not touching the gas. Take this off, change your expansion pipe at the back. He said, might have water dripping down and it's coming down. Hopefully it's not damaged this PCB board. Thanks plumbers, by the way, for turning up. Cheers for that. You can lecture as much as you want and leave comments down below and call me a dickhead and whatever you want. So that's fine, I don't really give a shit. But I'm going to have a go take this off, and then I'm going to change the expansion tank as well, which is behind there. All I've done is turn the water off. I've put this pan down, took the main front cover off. I'm now going to take this off and I'll show you what's behind there. It's just 2 screws and it just lifts up slightly, so just bear with me. So I've just undone the 2 screws, pull the panel off, it's got a rubber seal around it, and then that's it. So bear with me, put this down. Oh jolly, look at this. Wow, I suppose that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, so I'm going to change this. I'm going to drain that now and dry it. Hopefully get no water on any of this. Turn your mains off, which I've done. So any power going to it, turn the water off, which I've done. I'll drain the system in a minute, but I'll dry all this up first. Great, isn't it? So unless you've got, this is only up here, we live in the country, and I reckon unless you're willing to spend £1,000 for a call out and them to fix it or do a service, you got no bloody chance of anybody turning up. Well, that's just my experience anyway. So I'll show you how I'm going to change the expansion tank. There's a screw at the top here, which is a mounting bracket, and then I believe that underneath, if you can see that, there's a threaded bolt, 2 threaded bolts there, and this is full, I believe, because he said tap it, try it. So that looks like it's full, and hence I don't know if that's because the water's coming out there. I don't know where the water's coming from. It's probably because this is full, and I don't know. We got an E113 error, which is a gas fault. I'm not touching any of this gas stuff. Not touching it, okay? So don't lecture me on that rubbish. All right, and it's my boiler anyway, so don't give a crap. Okay. So here we go. This is an old piece of flexi hose. And it's going to go, it's difficult to show you. If I can, oh, there you go. You might just be able to see that. That white tap there. Just, you can see that little bit of spout sticking out. I'm going to put this hose on the end of that, and then I'm going to turn that and I'll drain the system. So I'll show you in a sec. So I've turned off this one, which is the input, this one, which is going to the 3-way valve, and I've turned the mains off, so I'll now just turn that white knobby, and then, that white knobby, and then we'll drain the system. There wasn't much in that, so just let that drip. There you go, so that's what I did, so I'll let that drain a bit. I've got to get to that. Those there at the top. Undo them. And I'll undo that as well. But I'll show you as I'm doing it. So I'm just going to do that first. And I think that just lifts up out the way. So I'll give that a go first. Okay, I've just lifted it up and pushed it out the way. So there might be enough clearance. When I've undone doodly flip there. By the way, I've had to put sponge on there and get rid of all that. It's probably knackered my PCB board, but who knows? This is what, well, like I said, I've asked it to be done 6 times and no one's turned up. It's such a, I don't even mind paying, but it must mean such a minuscule job they cannot be bothered. I'm not putting all plumbers down. My mate's a plumber, he's a brilliant chap, but he's big out in the big industrial stuff. He doesn't do small boilers like this. So he says, you can change that yourself. He says, mate, just do it. If they don't turn up, do it yourself. It's done, it'll take you about 20 minutes. Don't touch any of your gas appliances, don't take any of this off, he said, don't touch any of that. And I know someone's going to turn around and say, well, you took the cover off. To what? To the expansion tank? Whatever, it's my boiler, I paid for it. So, there we go. And by the way, this video is not to say to other people, this is how you do it. This is what I'm doing to my boiler for entertainment. Entertainment value only. So if I kill myself or electrocute myself or blow myself up, it's my problem. Right, let's crack on and see if we can undo this valve, and I'm going to get some spanners. I'll do that. There we go. So I've just undone the little knot underneath that which holds it, this pipe. It goes part of this, it goes into this pipe. This is part of, this must be the heat exchanger. No, I don't know what I don't know. Don't quote me on it. Anyway, so I dropped down a little bit of water, came out of this. So now I'll undo the big nut there and I'll tell you exactly what happens. Okay, as I'm doing it, you can see it's becoming loose. So I've got to be careful here. I'm going to put some cloths in here just to catch any residue. Alright. So, yep. Okay, I've got a lot more water coming out of the drain pipe, so I've left that connected. So I'll just let that run for a bit now. I've almost, you can see that. I'll get a torch. Okay, so he's nearly out there. I'm just letting that drain for a bit now. So I've got no water coming down from that. And then we'll go in a minute. I don't know if you can hear that. So whether that's water coming out the expansion tank, which it could be, because that's exactly what it does, it expands. And it's maybe, I was told it could be knackered, and it's full. I bought a new one. Okay, so I've undone almost all the way and it's glugging out of that, and there's a little washer there as well. So this looks like, this is not the best thing to do, but what else do I do? I'm no bloody plumber, but watch. So I've got a bucket underneath that, and I've got that coming out of there, which is filthy water. So I'll just wait till it stops, and then I will take it out. Okay. Right, okay, you can see down the back there's a screw. Right, the little black one. I've got to try and get that undone. So the tank will move, by the way. By the way, this video is how to change your expansion tank. Okay, so your straw dripping, so I'll let that drip away, and then maybe I should have undone that first before I undid the tank, and then I could have got it straight out. But anyway, there we go. Okay, if you undo it enough, it'll twist sideways. I'll show you 2 secs. Okay, so it's out the way, like so. I'm going to lift the tank out in a second. Okay, sorry, I had to get that out pretty quick. There's the nut hanging off there, so I'll take it off. Alright, I've got a new washer to go on the end of that flange. Let me just show you. 2 seconds, folks. Right, laser. So I've got a new washer to go on the end of that flange, and the nut's just down below there, so I'll bring that back up. I'll put the new tank in. Pretty straightforward. I'll dry this now. Okay, this is the old one. She doesn't look that good. Look, it looks like it could be leaking here. Can you see that? We've got a leak. Okay, let me just show you. Let's get closer. Oh, it looks like we're leaking. So that's not going to help. So anyway, new expansion tank. Here it is. I'll put a link in the description down below. £37 from, or £34 from eBay. Right, let's get this back in. Okay, this is a new one, 8 litres. It's exactly the same as that one, 250 PR. It says, yeah, you can't go wrong. It says you in the manual what to get anyway if you look in the manual. So to put it back in reverse, I'm just going to pop them in like that, push them up the top, wind the wires, line him up. Let me just think I haven't got that round the wrong way. Yes I have, it's only going one way. That way round. What a plonker. Lift that out the way.
I'm sure everybody will tell you.
Hey? Mind the wires, be gentle with everything. 2 seconds. Oh, there you go, mate. I'm going to line him up underneath, Janie. Where's my torch? Ooh, you've got to line him up. Oh, you bugger. It looks like the holes are... That's a bit weird. Oh no, look at that. That is longer than what I've got. Hold on, I might have an extension bit that goes in there. I'll have a look in the bits that came with it. 2 seconds. Ready? Oh. Okay, my mistake. It comes with an extension which fits on there. Also it comes with a washer. So I put the washer in there. Make sure, yeah, sit him up right so the washer sits flush. Okay, I'll screw this on. Like so. I'll give it a tighten and then we'll refit it. Yeah, so the thread's now the same. If you look, it's an extended bit. So I'll just tighten that up and we'll stick it in and see what happens. Okay. Okay, this might be a bit more tricky to fit because it's extended, but...
Doesn't that go at the top?
What? No. Right, like I said, wires. Hey! Snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, then we lift this up over the top like that. Oh, wait for me, wait. There you go. And then that will fit back down there. You can see that with a bit of pressure. I'll screw the other one back in now and then we'll sort this little monster out down the bottom here in a second. Okay. Okay, as well, don't forget to put the big nut on first and bring it in, and we'll secure the tank first before I put the other bit back on again. Okay, next job. If you can see that little tiny washer between the brass, the two, well, the small brass flat and the flange, a little tiny washer, make sure that lines up properly, and then we'll bring the nut up from there up and into it. Okay. Okay, so don't over tighten because you could damage the washer, but we're all back in. Oh, sorry, I'm stuck. Okay, I've tightened the nut up with the little thing at the back, and that's back on. This is secure. There we go. I don't know what to do about this PCB board, whether it's wet or not, so I'll just have a quick look at it and then we'll give it a test. So once I've done that and I've fired up, I'll let you know, because you repressurize the system because there's none in it. Don't forget to close the valve off. Sorry about the light. So I'll close that off. Don't forget to switch the other taps on underneath, the ones we did. So I'll put them back on, which is Oh, give it a second. I'm not ready for that. Right, I'll wait till I'm ready and then I'll take the pipe off. This is my drain pipe. I'll empty the buckets. I'll get back to you in a sec. Yeah, we've got moisture over the PCB board. So I'm just going to leave that open now and let it dry. Might get the air dryer on it. Bloody hell. See what happens. I'll switch the system back on. I have not pressurized it. I've not turned the power on. Not turned the power on. Okay. I've just turned the water on underneath the 3 valves that I turned off. 1, 2, 3. I've not pressurized the system using the loop pipe here. So I'm just going to leave it for a minute and, well, I'm going to pray to the PCB and water gods. But I'll let it dry first. I might get the air dryer, like I said. Bloody hell. Right, so the expansion tank's done, which is what that was the big job we tended to do anyway. Whether this caused the problem, which it probably has, it's dripped, water's built up in the bottom here, dripped through, overloaded, gone onto the PCB board. That could be the error we're getting for the gas, which is saying there's a gas fault. I don't know. I'll price up a PCB board for the same thing. Have a look at it. My job is an IT technician, so I've got no problem changing the PCB board. But someone will criticise me. Oh, you've got to be speculating, whatever. And we'll go from there. I'll keep you posted. Right, let's get drying or hair drying. Anyway, so how to change an expansion tank on a Potterton 20HE combi boiler. Okay, I'm not telling you this is, I'm just saying how I changed mine. Okay, brilliant. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next vid. I will, in the link down below, I will say whether we got it working or not properly. Okay, I can't leave you in the lurch. I've got to shout a bit. I've got an air dryer trying to dry the PCB board. It doesn't look that bad, but you don't know until I switch it on. So I'll let the video, I won't end the video yet. We'll give it a test in about 10 minutes and then we'll see if she fires up. Because if you've followed me all the way through, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'm still alive. So we'll wait and see. Okay, let's pressurize the system. I don't know, because we had a fault on this saying alarm, and we've also had a fault on here saying E311 or something, and which was gas. So before I do anything, I'll just put the cover back on this. You see the 2 pins at the top? You just slot back on that, and then we'll screw them back in. Okay, we live in a really hard water area, and it's disgusting. Even though when you boil a kettle, unless you filter it, you can taste it. And I think my pump's on the way out as well. So, power up. Still got an alarm, so I don't think it's going to solve the problem. So I'm going to reset it, which you do for 10 seconds. There's an error there, so I'm thinking whether it's the Wi-Fi box, because we're not getting anything, and I've changed the batteries just recently on the Wi-Fi box. I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay, we've got no gas fired up yet, and I've just pressurized the system. That's going to drop a bit, I expect. No.
Want to unmute it?
Oh my god.
What?
She's fired up. There's going to be air, that's fine, I'm not worried about that. Because it'll self-bleed, But we don't have the error anymore, which is the gas error. I can't believe that. Well. As the pressure gauge goes off the scale, which She's holding steady at 1 bar, just over. Well, it's in just, yeah, you can see that. Temperature gauge is holding steady at that. So we'll check the radiators. Yep, radiator's getting warm. Can do with it because I've got my coat on right now. Temperature gauge has now gone from 42 to 45. We're still holding the pressure at just on the 1 bar. Sorry about the what's that? That's yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm so chuffed. I dried the PCB board out using an air-dryer, which you saw. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the vid, thumbs up, share, like, which goes a long way. I don't do Patreon like that. I just do videos because I enjoy doing them. This is how I changed my expansion vessel on the Potterton Combi HE Plus. This is not how to do video. This is just my personal encounter of this bloody boiler. But it's fun. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next vid. All the best.